Hi! In today's video, I would like to bring your attention to the spiritual narcissist. They are just like every other narcissist that you know or may be aware of. They're not so easy to spot because they know how to fake spirituality well. That's because many of them really believe they are spiritually awake and enlightened. I have been caught off guard by one or two, okay, three, but I'd rather not keep track of how many because knowing just one narcissist is one too many. Seriously. The spiritual narcissist seems to have it going on. They seem so enlightened and in tune to their being, and let's face it, that's attractive. They are so open with their knowledge and seemingly helpful in leading you into meditation and helping you understand things like yoga poses if you're into yoga. No, not me. They will lend you books and videos and happily share all their knowledge and insight with you. This community is so giving and loving by nature. It is difficult to spot a spiritual narcissist if one is not already familiar with the narcissistic tricks of the trade. The spiritual narcissist, or the kumbaya narcissist, they seemingly fit quite nicely within the spiritual awakened society. But that's because there is a high turnover of newbies coming in, giving the spiritual narcissist fresh bait. Ooh. If we old-timers or regulars no longer buy into the narcissistic manipulative tirades, well, there is always someone else new who can deliver up the fuel. This is what makes the spiritual community so alluring for the spiritual narcissist, because the kumbaya narcissist, they are people who speak the collective language of narcissistic jargon. That isn't easy to spot because the flattery is not seen as fake, it's seen as genuine. But all narcissists have the familiar patterns of thought and speech, and it is taken out of their communal toolbox. It's really uncanny how one narcissist is a stranger to the next narcissist, and yet they all have the same tone, the same mannerisms as they live from that hive mind. Ooh. They all lack empathy, and they all work from that perspective that dictates that everything must be a damn competition with them. It's their form of divide and conquer because no one can outdo them, no one can be better because the narcissist, no matter who they are, have to be the best. Every narcissist is the same. What makes them different is the severity of their symptoms of narcissistic prowess. The spiritual narcissist hides behind the perception of being aware and self-actualized. This allows their true persona to stay hidden. They are able to keep up appearances because they are not hiding someone else's persona per se. They are then hiding behind the collective community of empathy, as giving and love are merely gimmicks to the spiritual narcissist, as this is what they cling to. The spiritual narcissist sees how the spiritually enlightened act quite in unison. This makes it so much easier for the narcissist to control the competition. Some really do think they find peace within themselves, as they are then allowed, as the community narrative allows them to forget who they truly are. As long as the narcissist knows the lingo and can keep up appearances of being truthful and authentic, well, then the spiritual narcissist has a way to thrive and survive. And they can go for long periods without being detected. But here's the thing. In true, authentic spirituality, an individual becomes determined within to heal of their trauma through deep, deep, deep soul searching. We look deep into the beyond of here and here, where our inner beings reside, and we peel back the layers of that proverbial onion, or peel back the veil, and really take a look at the things that we don't want to see or we'd rather not see. We take responsibility for ourselves, allowing trauma to dissipate. Becoming spiritually aware is about taking ownership of who we are, to take responsibility for the wrongs that we've committed and that have been committed against us, in a way of taking ownership of our feelings. We take back our power. We strive to become better people, not just for ourselves, but for others also. Spirituality is not about living in separation. It's about creating harmony to live in unity with one another in this God-forsaken world. The spiritual narcissist, they can't self-reflect, and they cannot integrate their shadow self. All narcissists are running from their shadow selves. That is why their egos are so fragile. It's not that their egos are so big, it's their egos are fragile. The kumbaya narcissist, or the spiritual narcissist, will feed off of our spirituality, because to them, their only concern is winning. Yeah, they thrive on gaining the upper hand, controlling the spiritual narrative, because the spiritual narrative is what controls an individual. The narcissist has hijacked the system to guarantee their control over the competition, us. What makes a spiritual narcissist so damn confusing to spot is that they appear to be self-aware. They seem to have their shit together, and they seem like they are in touch with their feelings, and as they appear to put in the time, they put in the effort. Well, seemingly. We don't see what they do behind closed doors, but they know how to put on that mask. It's when you hear the inauthenticity in their voice as they brag about their spiritual achievements. Oh, you'll know. And once you hear it, oh, you'll hear it all the time. You know, narcissists cannot self-reflect, and they cannot have a change of heart. The kumbaya antics of a spiritual narcissist is nothing short of a crutch. It's a way to leverage themselves against the spiritual system that frowns upon deceit and manipulation. The spiritual goal for self-awakening is honesty and integrity. And that's what's so frustrating. The narcissist has to taint everything they touch. Nothing is sacred, and they make interacting with other people in this spiritual group, they make it not fun. So what can you do to protect yourself from getting too close to a narcissist, including a spiritual one? Well, ask questions. There are actually two types of questions to ask a narcissist that will reveal to you who you are dealing with. Ask the narcissist how something made them feel. Oh, you're going to catch them off guard with this one. They will have to tap into their emotions here, and they won't be able to. They'll be vague and superficial. They'll become agitated and offended, so watch out. Just quietly observe. They may even ask you, "What do you mean?" Just ask again, as you did before, and watch them become emotionally unstable. They will demask themselves and come unglued. Now, before I get to the second specific question to ask a narcissist, including a spiritual narcissist, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Even dislike it if you dislike it. We're all about truth and authenticity on this channel, so please help make this channel grow. Thank you so very much. Now, the second question to ask the narcissist is, what are your flaws? That's it. Seriously. Some of the responses that you will get are just so out there that they are kind of funny as they expose the heart of the narcissist. Some will say, flaws? What flaws? I don't have flaws anymore. I dealt with them a long time ago. FYI, narcissists have no concept of time, okay? What was a day ago is spoken out as a long time ago. So just be mindful of that. Narcissists are not privy to change. But getting back to our question, the narcissist will offer you vague answers in an attempt to satisfy your inquiry. They may even try to change the subject. They'll say, oh, I'm too honest. I love too much. I give my heart and time to the wrong people. I'm a sex addict. I can be a bit of a jerk. I'm a bit of a know-it-all. I'm a nice person. Oh, my friends say I'm a bit of an arsehole. And wait for it. This is the classic response. Classic. Why don't you tell me my flaws that you see, and I will tell you if you're right. Now, friends, these are all red flags to be wary of. The narcissist tells on themselves, so forearmed is forewarned. When you are dealing with someone who cannot see their flaws in their own character, you can be guaranteed they will not see the wrongs they do to you or others. Why? Yeah, you know it, my friends. You guessed it. They lack, say with me, they lack empathy. Exactly. So how do you deal with a spiritual narcissist? Well, you don't. Asking them these two questions and getting the narcissistic answers is all that you need to know to take the next step. As the next thing to do is to disengage yourself and walk away. If you have to deal with the narcissist, don't call them out. Just keep your boundaries up, disengage yourself, speak assertively, and make your exit as you are able. Now, for tips and tricks on how to be more assertive with the narcissist, please see my Ko-Fi channel. The link is in the description of this video. So, with all that said, you know what you know. Now go make your day great. Thanks for watching.